Hey everyone. Regina King has finally broken her silence in the wake of the shocking and tragic death of her former partner and longtime friend, Malcolm-Jamal Warner. But what she has revealed has taken this heartbreaking story into a far darker and more disturbing direction than anyone could have imagined, as she claims with tearful conviction that Malcolm's own wife may have orchestrated the entire chain of events leading to his untimely passing. A statement that has now thrown both the entertainment industry and the public into a frenzy. Speaking in a private but emotionally charged interview that has since leaked to the press, Regina, who dated Malcolm between 2011 and 2013, yet remained close with him until the very end, described the days leading up to his sudden drowning in Costa Rica not as an unforeseeable accident, but as something that, in her words, felt like it had been set in motion long before the day it happened, recalling how Malcolm had confided in her just weeks prior that his marriage had grown tense, with constant arguments over finances, career choices, and his frequent travel schedule, adding that he felt increasingly isolated and mistrustful, even of those closest to him. Regina claims that Malcolm told her about subtle yet chilling signs, a changed demeanor in his wife, whispered phone calls, sudden secretive meetings, and an unusual push for him to take the very family vacation where his life would ultimately end. And while at the time she urged him to be cautious, she never thought those warnings would turn into a tragedy. According to Regina's account, Malcolm's final phone call to her the night before his death was filled with unease, as he told her that something felt off and that he had been having recurring nightmares of being trapped underwater, adding cryptically, "If anything happens to me, tell the truth." When news broke that Malcolm had drowned while swimming, with the official report citing accidental asphyxia, Regina says she initially wanted to believe it was just a horrible twist of fate, until she began hearing conflicting witness statements about the incident, including locals who claimed they saw Malcolm arguing heatedly with a woman matching his wife's description earlier that day, and others who insisted he was a strong swimmer, unlikely to have simply been overwhelmed by the waves. Regina also points to the speed at which his wife moved to settle legal and financial matters after his death, including immediate control over his estate, and a suspiciously swift filing for insurance claims, which some sources allege had been significantly increased only months prior. While she admits she has no concrete proof, Regina insists that too many pieces fit together for it to be coincidence, calling for an independent investigation into the circumstances surrounding Malcolm's death, even as she acknowledges the personal and legal backlash she will face for making such bold accusations. In the wake of her claims, social media has exploded with theories, some rallying behind Regina's courage to speak out and demanding justice, while others accuse her of exploiting tragedy for attention or harboring resentment toward Malcolm's wife. Friends and colleagues of Malcolm have quietly expressed their own doubts about the official story, with a few even suggesting that his sudden death fits an unsettling pattern of Hollywood tragedies that leave more questions than answers. Meanwhile, Malcolm's widow has remained largely silent, issuing only a brief statement expressing her grief and condemning what she called hurtful and baseless rumors. But to Regina, the lack of transparency is only deepening her suspicion. As tensions escalate and whispers of potential law enforcement involvement grow louder, this unfolding saga is no longer just about the loss of a beloved actor, but about a possible betrayal at the most intimate level, leaving fans, friends, and the industry as a whole wondering if the truth behind Malcolm-Jamal Warner's final moments will ever truly come to light, or if it will remain one of Hollywood's most haunting unanswered questions. Thanks for watching.